The easiest way to explain dependency injection in mock database is to use JavaScript. So we have a simple Node.js project with app.js file where we activate the Express server. But we do not export Express server. We export a default function with any database as a parameter, and inside this function we return Express server. This way the default function depends on database, because the code inside this function relies on it. And we know that dependency injection is a programming technique in which an object or function receives other objects or function that it depends on. Then in server.js file, the first step requires our database. Then we create a variable with any name and require the default function from app.js file. Then we call this function with database object as a parameter. Then we start the server. Now app.js file has access to the database, so we can add it to the session logic. Also, we must create a middleware function to add variable to express request object with database as a value and pass it to all routes that deal with database. In our case, it's a superadmin route. Attachment of a custom variable to the express request object is based on official docs. This superadmin route is basically a gasket just to organize the code. It redirects request and response objects to the relevant controller. Remember that request object contains our database in variable. Route controller has connection to the database controller, so if we want to get all emails, for example, we call this database controller file from route controller and pass database as a parameter. This is basically a prop drilling from server.js file up to a database controller. In database superadmin controller, we do not require database directly from where it lives, because we have database as a parameter. Now we must create a mock database controller with the same name as a real database controller in __mocks folder and return whatever we want from this controller. This way we do not pollute real database with test data. Let's return the string response from manual mocks for our example. Let's go to the test file right under the superadmin route. We have to implement the same steps as we did in server.js file. Access database, put it to the function as a parameter and call it. Then we mock the database controller file to redirect the logic to the mock database controller under the same name and __mock folder. This app uses session, so we must log in first with real credentials to get cookie and store it to the variable so the other tests could use it. This session data will go to the real database, but we don't care much, because session does not live long in database table. Now we can set real cookie in request, otherwise protect middleware will block the request. We have a console.log method to check it out. Remember that the fake response from database is a response from manual mocks. Okay, let's run the test. It's working. And response from manual mocks as expected. And don't forget to end the database connection in after all. This app uses Postgres, so if we open pgadmin, we will see the session created by the test file, but it's okay, it will be automatically removed soon. That's it.